Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to talk about the 5 greatest baseball players of all time. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 5. Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron, who held the title of Home Run King for a generation, is frequently viewed as nothing more than a fantastic power hitter, maybe the finest ever. But Hammer and Hank's 755 career home runs, which set a record for 33 years, are just the beginning. Of course, his 6,856 total bases and 2,297 runs batted in show his legendary power, but he also had a strong career. 305 batting average and 3 Gold Glove awards for his outfield performance. The dependable Aaron played in the All-Star game for 21 consecutive years and has at least 30 home runs in 15 of those seasons. Aaron concluded his career in 1976 with the second most hits, 3,771, and runs scored, 2,174, in Major League history, in addition to his standing records. Number 4. Ted Williams. For many years, Ted Williams has been referred to as the greatest pure hitter who ever lived. Despite missing nearly 5 full seasons of his peak due to military service, he is in the top 20 in total runs scored, home runs, runs batted in, and walks, and has the greatest lifetime on-base percentage of all time, 482. The uncanny eye of the splendid Splinter, see what I mean about the nicknames, helped him record the last Major League season with a hitting average off 400, 406 in 1941. Over the course of his 19-year career, the legendary Boston Red Sox player led the AL in hitting average 6 times, slugging percentage 9 times, and on-base percentage 12 times. Williams has been hailed as the best fighter pilot and fisherman in history, in addition to being the best batter of all time. He had a notably contentious connection with the public despite all the compliments. However, as renowned author John Updike famously said when Williams declined to leave the game after hitting a home run in his final at-bat of his career, "Gods do not answer letters." Number 3. Barry Bonds. He is exactly the type of guy who should be given the benefit of the doubt and land at number 3 on this list because he was irritable, pretentious, and almost certainly a steroid user. Many baseball fans view Barry Bonds as the embodiment of the steroid era's purported legitimacy. However, he was already a lock for the Hall of Fame prior to reportedly starting to juice, and steroids would not have had any impact on the unmatched eye-hand coordination that resulted in an all-time high 2,558 career walks and an astounding 444 lifetime on-base percentage. The problem with steroids is that it's impossible to say for sure how they affect a baseball player's performance. Let's just take a moment to marvel at the incredible numbers Bonds amassed, including his unrivaled 762 home runs, including a single-season record of 73 in 2001, record 7 MVP awards, and 688 intentional walks, more than double the player with the second most in history, and a startling illustration of the unmatched fear Bonds instilled in opposing pitchers. Number 2. Willie Mays. Unlike his godson Bonds, whose father, Bobby, was Willie Mays' teammate from 1968 to 1972, Mays needs to be subjected to no mental bars to justify his place on this list. Not only did Mays rack up astounding totals at the plate, including 3,283 hits, 660 home runs, and 1,903 runs batted in, but his outstanding play in the outfield produced 12 consecutive Gold Glove awards, 1957 to 68, and led many observers to call him the greatest all-around player the game has ever seen. In fact, the most iconic moment in Mays' career, and one of the most iconic in baseball history, came on defense. His over-the-shoulder catch at the warning track in the 8th inning of a tied 1954 World Series game that helped the New York Giants win that contest and, eventually, the championship. That was the only title of his career, but a relative lack of team success does nothing to tarnish the reputation of the 20-time All-Star and 2-time MVP, 1954 and 1965. Number 1. Babe Ruth. Well, there's a no-brainer if there ever was one. Yes, he played among an artificially limited talent pool before Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in 1947 and decades before advanced training regimens produced athletes who looked like, well, athletes, but Ruth was such a historic talent that he transcends these qualifiers. In fact, his arrival in the major leagues was so seismic that it marked the end of the dead ball era. When he joined the major leagues in 1914, the all-time record for home runs in a season was 27. Within 7 years, he had more than doubled it with 59, and he eventually produced a personal high 60 dingers in 1927. All told, he led the AL in home runs 12 times. He was such a prodigious power hitter that his astounding 690 career slugging percentage remains the best of all time, and the gap between his mark and second place is larger than the one between second place and ninth. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.